Hello everybody, this is Comic Book Hangover. It's Thursday, and once again it's time for my weekly review and weekly haul video that I like to do every Thursday. I've gotten a few new subscribers on my channel, and for you new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing and following me and supporting what I do here. It's a really small channel, I know, but I seem to be growing at a pretty decent rate. So I do appreciate it. I do greatly appreciate your support, and thank you for continuing to watch my videos. Now, before I go any further and start talking about my comic books, I did get to change up some of my posters this week. Back here, we've got the Amazing Spider-Man 101 poster. I love when they do posters that are comic book covers. I don't know why. I just always like the idea of having my comic book covers being enlarged in the poster size. And I was also able to pick up my X-Men Legends poster. I don't have a lot of X-Men posters. I do have X-Men on some other stuff that I have in here, but not really a lot of X-Men specific posters. So it's kind of cool. This one actually might be my first one ever. But the X-Men Legends series is really good. So I'm very happy to be able to have that poster up on my wall for a little while. Now, that aside, let's talk about some of the books that I picked up last week. It was an interesting week. I mean, there was stuff like, let's get these ones out of the way here. Batman 107. It was good, but to be quite honest with you, I'm probably not going to talk too much about this one because issue 108 is going to be the last issue that I buy, because starting with issue 109, the price for it is going to go up to $5.99, and I just can't see plunking down $6 a month for a Batman comic. I really enjoy it. I'll probably start grabbing this in trade, but as far as this series goes, the next issue is going to be the last issue that I'm buying for that, because again, I just can't see $6 a month for a book. I just can't see it. So DC, if anybody there is watching, the Batman series is great. James Tynion IV is doing an amazing job on it, but I am not going to pay $6 for it. So because you decided to raise the price of it, you lost the sale. This is getting pulled off. This is going to be removed from my pull list. Actually, I'm going to get on Comic Hub, and I'm going to make that change later today. The other book that I want to talk about real quick is going to be this Deep Beyond #3. An amazing cover by Mirka Andolfo. She's an amazing artist. Her and Peach Momoko are two of my favorite new artists, bar none. It's third issue of a 12-issue maxi series. It's doing really well. It's got a nice flow to it. So if you're looking for something that's kind of a slow build series with a lot of intrigue, a lot of different pieces moving all at once, but not so much that it's tripping over itself, this is definitely a series. And plus, I mean, if you checked out Mirka Andolfo's Mercy, that series was amazing. If you like that one, you're going to dig this one too. It's kind of the same thing. There's a lot of pieces moving, but it's not confusing at all. Now, the ones that I want to talk about in some depth, going to be, here's this one, Silver Coin from Image, first issue. This is I think they said it's a 5-issue miniseries. It's a horror anthology, so each issue is going to be focusing on different characters, but I'm assuming that the concept of the silver coin, which is introduced in this issue here, will carry through the entire run of the miniseries. So now with the silver coin, I'm assuming it's cursed, and in this one here, it kind of enhances the guitar player that you see on the cover. It kind of enhances his ability to play music that people are willing to die to listen to, and they do in this one. There's a scene towards the end where he's playing his guitar, and the building that they're in catches on fire, and people are so entranced by the music they don't realize they're catching fire, and they don't realize they're burning to death. That's how powerful this curse is. So it did remind me a little bit of the Friday the 13th series, where you have these items that are cursed and they negatively impact people's lives. But it's really, really good. I was just gonna pick up the first issue, read it, and then move on. But after reading this first issue, I'm really interested in seeing where this goes. So I'm definitely gonna be checking out the second issue for this one. I'm most likely, since I'm gonna be checking the second issue, it's only 5 issues. I might as well stick with it, right? But Silver Coin, I do recommend it. It's a very interesting read. It's Chip Zdarsky. He's doing Stillwater, also from Image, I believe. An amazing series. The guy's a great writer. I know a lot of people know him from Daredevil, but it's nice to see him moving away from that superhero stuff and doing different things and really knocking it out of the park. So Silver Coin, a great series. Definitely check it out. The other one, this is also from Image, another first issue, Geiger, #1. Now, my LCS, I had no idea that there was a huge buzz about this book. I wanted this one because I like this cover. I thought this cover was just amazing. And when I go to my LCS on yesterday, I find out that they had a limited one copy per customer. So I had no idea there was a big buzz about this. When I see it on speculator groups on Facebook, people are talking about it. But the speculation aside and the arbitrary dollar value placed on this book aside, this was a really interesting read. It starts off where you've got no, this came out last week. So when I said yesterday, I meant last week. But that aside, it's got a family, nuclear holocaust. They try to, he's getting his family to safety. Their fallout shelter. These jackass neighbors show up and say that they're going to take the shelter, they're going to take all the food and stuff. And the father, who becomes this guy here, I'm assuming, goes out of his way to save his family, make sure they're safe, and the asshole neighbors, they wind up dying along with him. But he somehow gets irradiated and becomes this guy here, Geiger, the Glowing Man, and he's able to survive in this nuclear wasteland without any kind of protection at all. He has a dog with 2 heads, which I guess is par for the course for a nuclear holocaust story. But this issue, it's who's it written by? Jeff Johns, who's an amazing writer, by the by. But this issue has your character introductions, sets up who they are, but it's also laying the foundation of some really great world building. We're getting hints of these people are these kind, these are these kind of people, these are these kind of people, these people harvest organs, these people do this, and it's close to Las Vegas. And the last couple pages of this book, we get a map of Las Vegas, and we get to see who's who, what they're called, and where they're located. And it's just amazing world building. It's just so much fun. I'm assuming, I haven't seen any of this number of issues. I haven't seen any indication that this is a mini series, which is good, because I think with what they're setting down in the first issue here, I don't think a mini series is going to do this justice. This has to be an ongoing series, and I was impressed with it. Like I said, I only got this one because I like the cover. I had no interest in reading the book. I didn't even really realize Jeff Johns wrote it until I picked it up. But it was a great read. It was an amazing read. Great characterization. The pacing of it was perfect for a first issue. It started in the world building, as I said. It's just all around just a really good read. So I'm expecting big things from this book. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, and if your LCS still has it, I do recommend it. Definitely grab that one and just read it and enjoy it. It's just a good book. If you want to do the whole speculation nonsense, great, fine, go ahead. But at least read the book, because the book is great. Very well done. Another great book. I'm not going to say spend too much time on it. Noctera, issue 2 came out. This was the cover I picked up, again, because I like this cover. But again, really good read. A lot of fun. Second issue. So that's it. That's what I got last week that I wanted to talk about. So this week's books, not a whole lot, because I got some variant covers, and you'll understand why I got the variant covers when I get to it. But the first book that I want to share with you guys, I picked up for my little boy. It's $2.99. It's the Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries. It's a 12-issue maxi series. Only a $2.99 cover price. I did wind up reading it, so I wanted to check it out before I read it to him. It's a lot of fun. This one, it's... when I read Batman, especially a Batman like this, I always hear Kevin Conroy's voice, so it's cool. But this is a lot of fun. If you're looking for something, if your kids like Scooby-Doo, if your kids like Batman, especially like them both, this is definitely a book to check out. I'm eager to see how my little man reacts to it when I read it to him. Now the big book for me this week that I was really looking forward to, and I wound up picking up a couple of the variants for, DARKHAWK, Heart of the Hawk one shot. I was excited about this one. So we'll talk about this next week. I got that one. This is one of the variant covers I picked up. But my favorite variant cover, without a shadow of a doubt, was this one here. This isn't a Mike Manley cover. I thought this was Mike Manley because this is how he drew this character. And I loved it. This is one of those covers I really, really wish Marvel would put as a poster, because this would look amazing on my wall. And I also grabbed Thor number 14, which I'm going to tell everybody right now, this is the final issue of Thor for me. It ended the Prey storyline. Really only one good thing came out of it. Actually, since I'm not going to really talk about this one next week, because as far as I'm concerned, this was the only good thing that came out of this book for me was, Beta Ray Bill was able to get some of his powers back. And I don't know how that's going to affect his miniseries where he's on this quest to get his powers back. In this one, he does. So there's very kind of messed up continuity. I don't know who's to blame. I want to knee-jerk reactions to blame Donny Cates, but the editors are more at fault for something like this because they need to be organizing their writers and their talent. But last issue of Thor for me, I'm dropping it. I'm done with it. It's just not, there's really no point to it. And the last book I picked up this week, Mighty Morphin number 6, which is the fallout from that Power Rangers Unlimited one. Power Rangers Unlimited, I want to say one shot, but I think it's going to be a series that's going to be going like quarterly or something like that. I don't know, but grab that one. So that's it. That's what I got this week. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. Tune in next week. I don't know what books. I haven't even checked the release list for books that are coming out next week. So I had no idea how many books I'm going to get. But this is what I got for this week. Dropping Thor, dropping Batman. There was an announcement that I'm going to talk about next week. So I will be getting a new Marvel series soon. Hopefully it's an ongoing series. I don't know. But that's it. That's all I got. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following me, sharing the videos, and the comments that I've been getting. Awesome. The M6P, I'm sure you're going to be stroking out about the fact that I have an X-Men poster up on my wall, but I'm going to tell you this right now. This is not the only X-Men related poster I'm getting, because eventually I will have the Peach Momoko X-Men Demon Days poster up on my wall. It's probably going to go where that Spider-Man Venom poster is for a little while. But I want to let you know that right now because I don't want you to stroke out with the fact that I've got X-Men up on my wall and X-Men on my pull list and X-Men in my boxes. And yeah, as somebody who's not an X-Men fan, I'm really kind of digging this 90s X-Men thing that got going on. But wrapping this up, thanks for watching. If this is your first time watching what I'm doing, if you like what I do and how I do it, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below, give me some suggestions. If there's anything you'd like me to do differently in my presentation, let me know. I'm open for suggestions, anything to help these videos grow and my channel grow and my fan base grow. So I will see everybody next week. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your comic books. Enjoy them. Get away from the real world for a little bit and have a good weekend. We'll see you next week with new comic books. Have a good one.